Feeling a little
lost?
Let us help you find the magic. This is Dizzoriented.
Dizzoriented is a podcast that covers the Walt Disney World parks, resorts, Disney news, and pop culture. If you want to get in on the conversation, find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Dizzoriented, or check out our website, Dizzoriented.com.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Oh, hey, Jess.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Welcome back to Dizzoriented.
Thanks.
This is episode number 64 for November the 14th of 2018. All right. We're recording this one early because of some scheduling issues and because we're going to Disney World.
Woohoo!
We wanted to break down for you guys in a pre-trip format what we're going to be doing, some new experiences we'll be taking advantage of, and we're going to be talking a little Christmas.
Yay.
So now that Halloween is past us and you're booty-you'd out, it's time to get ready for the Christmas offerings at Walt Disney World. If you're lucky enough to visit the parks this time of year, you'll know that there's a lot of special stuff going on. So I wanted to highlight some of that and tell you what we'll be taking advantage of so we can share with you those opinions in a episode forthcoming. So Jess,
Dave.
we're going to be going to Disney World, and this is the first time that we'll be doing a split stay.
Yes, it is. I'm interested to see how this will turn out.
Yes. So on the front end of our trip, as it existed previously, we booked a couple of extra days over at the Yacht Club.
Yes. Yeah, we came across a really good AP discount for 2 nights, and we figured why not extend our trip before our passes expire.
Absolutely. We'll be doing this to celebrate our son's birthday and celebrate the forthcoming holidays, of course. And on those first couple of days, because of the proximity to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios, we'll be taking in a lot of those offerings so we can focus on the Magic Kingdom and elsewhere for the rest of our trip. So that'll be good.
Yeah, I think with those type of resorts, you really want to be able to focus on the things that are either at your hotel or right near your hotel. And I think from what we've discussed as far as our itinerary goes, I think we're doing a pretty good job.
We should have said as well, maybe it goes without saying, that at Yacht Club, the one thing you're going to want to take advantage of is the pool, right? We were lucky enough to experience the Beach Club last December on a adults-only trip, which was excellent. This time, of course, we're bringing the kids to celebrate our son's birthday. I mean, it would be wrong of us to not bring him
Happy birthday,
and celebrate his birthday. But it'll be cool to experience Stormalong Bay with the kids.
Yes.
It should be awesome.
Yes.
After our short stay at the Yacht Club, we're going to mosey on over to Pop Century. So this is the first time we will be at Pop since it has been refurbished. And I guess I should also say that the majority of rooms at the Yacht Club have also been refurbished.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
So both of those hotels will have a fresh look. I think they've gone away from carpeting at both of those resorts.
Yes, they have.
Hopefully, we'll see the fresh touches of that refurbishment in both of our rooms.
Yeah, and can I just say that I think a lot of folks will be like, why are you doing Yacht Club first and then Pop and not the other way around, right? But I think it's okay because we're going to focus on the things that are around Yacht Club, and then we're actually meeting up with our friends and their small children at Pop Century. So I think we'll probably make it more of like a group trip, and I think Pop is perfect for that type of situation. So I'm actually kind of glad we're doing Yacht Club first, just to kind of get some things that we've never experienced done and kind of checked off our list.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does to me.
Okay.
Hopefully everyone else is following. All right. The Yacht Club, I should mention, has the capability to accommodate up to 5. So we're hoping that they include in our room one of those futons so we can place our children in separate beds.
That would be nice.
And then also here, I'm making Jess admit this, but she's secretly hoping for a complimentary upgrade because of her son's birthday or for some other reason. But often at Disney, if you're doing a 1 or 2 night stay, there is a higher likelihood that they can accommodate you on an upgrade or would give you one as a compliment or complimentary. So fingers crossed.
I'm not holding my breath, but it would be a nice treat. But I am keeping in the back of my mind that we are coming off Thanksgiving weekend and the likelihood isn't high, but just in case. Everybody's been asking me every time I call. They're like, are you celebrating anything? And I said, why, yes.
Celebrating all the things.
Please note this. Thank you. So we'll see. I don't know how it works with online check-in, though, if that could still happen.
Well, we had that great experience at Animal Kingdom Lodge where we did online check-in, but our room was not ready.
At 3?
At 3 p.m. or whenever check-in time was, right? And they gave us basically a book of rooms that we could select from. So maybe a suite or club level room will be on that list this time.
Hello.
All right, Jess, let's transition to the dining experiences we'll be having on our trip. Well, not all of them, just the ones that we'll be experiencing for the first time. So I wanted to call these out specifically in case anyone had any advice or opinions for us that they'd like to share. So these restaurants we'll be experiencing for the first time because we have ADRs for them. The first set here is in and around the Crescent Lake area, of course, because we're staying at the Yacht Club, but we'll be going to Ample Hills and Beaches and Cream for the first time.
Yay!
So that's great. I mean, we'll be eating lots of ice cream for our son's birthday.
Hello.
If you have an opinion on which you like better, let us know. We will be going to the Coral Reef for the first time.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that experience pans out. A lot of people say it has improved significantly in recent months.
The menu looked okay. Looked like a good, table service credit, and I'm interested to try it. And I will say that when we did our table service battle royale, this was one of my first ones off the list. But I'm actually kind of excited to try it. So we'll see what happens.
It still looks like it's straight out of a 90s sitcom.
Well, yeah.
Because it was on many 90s sitcoms.
Yes.
But maybe that kitsch will add to our experience.
We'll see.
All right. 3 other restaurants we'll be experiencing for the first time. We're going to be doing a dinner at the Liberty Tree Tavern. And I think we talked about this in our Battle Royale episode, that Thanksgiving is probably, or Christmas time is the best time to do this meal. So we're going to be doing it not on the same day as our Very Merry.
That would have been good timing, but no. We're doing Crystal Palace on the day
Got it.
of our Christmas party.
But still, it is adjacent to our Christmas party experience.
It is around the Christmas experience time.
So Liberty Tree Tavern, looking forward to that ooey gooey toffee cake.
Oh, yes.
We're going to be doing at Animal Kingdom, Yak and Yeti. I think for a couple trips now I've wanted to do Yak and Yeti, but we just keep sticking to our favorites.
We do. Keep going to Satuli Canteen,
right.
Tusker House.
So we're going to force ourselves into something new this time with Yak and Yeti. And then finally we're going to be doing Via Napoli. I think it was on our list last time?
Yeah, we had an ADR for it, but it rained. So we waited and we ended up going to Chef's de France.
That is right.
I was bummed to miss that one. So I'm excited to try it.
We will get our fill of pizza, and I even want to try maybe the quick service window there.
Yeah.
The pizza looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Pizza on pizza.
All the pizzas.
All right. Now that is out of the way, let's talk about some seasonal stuff at Walt Disney World.
Yay.
I'm going to include in the show notes some blog posts. I think I have one from Undercover Tourist, as well as a couple from the Disney Parks blog about the offerings available, or at least confirmed offerings, because there's still some stuff, as we'll discuss, that probably needs to get specified or elaborated on. Let's go area by area, or area and then park by park, and talk about some of the things that are being offered and maybe some of the things that we're going to be focusing on for our trip.
Sounds good.
Let's start outside of the parks. A lot of people that are visiting Walt Disney World probably are aware of this already, but the majority of the resorts, and when I say resort, all of the resort hotels in the surrounding area, they do a fantastic job of decorating for the holidays.
Yes.
And we're going to be taking part of our first day with our friends and family that are visiting. We're going to be checking out the decorations on the monorail loop. So I would recommend, and I guess our experience from last December tells us this, that the places that you would most want to visit to check out the holiday decorations are on the monorail loop, even maybe Beach and Yacht, because they have some
yeah.
impressive displays. So I guess that goes without saying. We're going to be checking out those because we'll be staying there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll have that gingerbread carousel once again at the
bet
Beach
they
Club.
will. We'll have something.
But the monorail resorts often have the most impressive holiday displays. So you're talking about the Contemporary and their annual kind of gingerbread display. The Polynesian, which I think is maybe the least decorated of the three.
I'd agree.
But who doesn't like going to the Polynesian? And then the granddaddy, I guess, of them all here.
It's true.
The Grand Floridian, which has
Hello.
that gigantic gingerbread house that someone actually works in, and that impressive tree display in the lobby, of course. We are going to jet then over to Wilderness Lodge as well, because I think that was our selection for maybe best atmosphere during the holidays, or at least I think I said that last year.
Most Christmassy, really.
Yeah, really enjoyed Wilderness Lodge last year, so we're going to make sure we take our friends over there so they can check that out. I don't believe they've been over there, but
I don't think so.
it's maybe a good time this holiday to check out Wilderness Lodge because of the decorations, one, but then I believe it starts in late December, but they're opening up Artist Point for that character meal.
December
So,
16th.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to dine with Snow White, I think just two of the dwarves, and the Evil Queen. I think she's going to be there.
Okay, all right.
So a storybook dining at Artist Point is going to be a pretty popular offering, and it's only one table service credit, I heard.
Yeah, it is.
So that's good value when you have experiences similar to it at Be Our Guest and at Cinderella's Royal Table being 2 table service credits.
Yeah, it's a good point. And honestly, if money wasn't an option around Christmas time, I think I'd stay at Wilderness Lodge, like hands down.
Me too. Okay, I already mentioned Yacht and Beach Club, so if you are not in the monorail resort area and able to check out, well, if you're at Epcot and you haven't visited Yacht and Beach Club, many people don't know that they're just around the river bend, to use a Disney phrase.
What's around the river bend? Waiting just around the river bend.
You know, walk over to those resorts and check out the decorations, and check out the restaurants while you're over there. There's good stuff. All right, I left this last on my list of the outside park offerings because many people still trash it, and maybe it's getting better, but hopefully it's getting better. But the Disney Springs Christmas Tree Trail is available at Disney Springs.
How can you trash that? Just don't go to it if you don't like it.
Well,
it's like Christmas trees.
Well, they advertise it and hype it a little bit, and I think it didn't deliver on the quality.
They hype it.
But
here's some trees.
Maybe this year it'll be better. They no longer have that drone show, which appeared, I think, just in 2016.
Oh, okay.
I watched some video of it when I was prepping for the episode, and it was really cool. And I guess that bodes well for the Illuminations replacement, because a lot of people are saying that they're going to incorporate that drone technology for the replacement show that will debut next year. But I digress. Of course, while we're at Disney Springs, we're going to check out the Christmas store. That's always a thing. And then you can visit Santa Claus as well at Disney Springs.
Hello.
So that'll be cool. All right. Let's then go over the holiday offerings at the 4 parks.
Okay.
And then we'll talk a little bit at the end about the Very Merry Christmas Party, which is going to be probably the highlight of our trip.
Yes.
All right. Let's start in the park with the least holiday stuff. And we'll go to most. So least to most holiday.
Least to most holiday.
Animal Kingdom is the least themed for the holidays.
Okay, understandable.
The only item I cite here is a special version of the show Up, A Great Bird Adventure, which we still haven't seen and I'd like to see. It incorporates Diwali, which is the Indian Festival of Lights. The special version of the show is being offered from November the 8th through the new year, January the 1st, 2019.
Okay.
So you'll see that for many of the holiday offerings. The window seems to start on November the 8th. Halloween, of course, is on the 31st, and then they give themselves about a week to prep for Christmas. So if you're in the parks during that week...
You could see 2 things.
Right, well...
It'd be like a longer trip.
Yes. And I'm forgetting that we're not recording this live, so if you visited the parks during that week and you saw the transformation... of Halloween to Christmas, let us know. Let us know how fast it happened, if it happened overnight, if it was eventual. I know they're already putting up holiday decorations at Hollywood Studios.
That's wild.
Right. But anyway, Up, A Great Bird Adventure at Animal Kingdom is the holiday offering that I'd like to check out at the Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
All right, let's move over to Epcot. maybe controversially, I'm saying that Hollywood Studios is more holiday than Epcot.
Yeah, I think you are.
But we'll see here.
Okay.
At Epcot, you have the International Festival of the Holidays. Discover a festival like no other. Hyperbole. Featuring the joyous holiday traditions of our 11 World Showcase nations. The Epcot's International Festival of the Holidays surrounds you in the wondrous sights, sounds, and flavors of the season, as celebrated by cultures near and far. So, you're going to get appearances by those international Santa Claus folks, like Père Noël in France, and various other Santa Clauses. There are offerings across the World Showcase nations where they talk about their traditions, all the things that happen in those cultures for their special times of year.
Okay.
So it's cool. It's very eye-opening. It's fun. It's festive. It's good stuff.
It is.
The thing that we're waiting on still at time of recording is details on the holiday kitchens for the festival, but I'm assuming it'll be very similar to last year. There's going to be your treat stations that have cocos and cookies and whatnots. Hey everybody, Dave here. Quick interruption. Of course, after we recorded this episode, Disney did release the full details on the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays Holiday Kitchens. We're going to leave a link in the show notes in our website so you guys can check out all the details. But as I say here in the episode, it's a lot of the same. A lot of food and drink offerings returning from last year. Nothing really of note that we wanted to call out, but please go ahead and check out the full menu of those holiday kitchens available at the link we will leave in our show notes. Returning once again this year is Chippendale's Christmas Tree Spree Scavenger Hunt.
Oh.
So very similar to the Remy Wine and Dine Scavenger Hunt and some others that we've seen before. I think there's an Easter egg one during Flower and Garden. They like their scavenger hunts at Epcot. And then I think the most impressive offering at Epcot for the holidays, in my opinion, I'd say, is the holiday tag that is attached to Illumination's Reflections of Earth. So they do this for a couple of other holidays like 4th of July. Yeah. Can't think of any others. Don't know why I said several.
New Year's? Well, I don't know about New
I think
Year's.
there's a special fireworks display for New Year's. But anyway, they play the song Let There Be Peace on Earth. And I think it's the Vince Gill version. And they have a tremendous amount of fireworks that explode in your face.
So many.
Yeah.
So many. You're like, do you need to duck for cover?
Yeah, and if you are tuned into the Disney parks scene, you know that this will be the last holiday where they will be performing Illumination's Reflections of Earth. So this is your last chance to see that holiday tag.
It's true.
So I think a lot of people will be turning up for this particular fireworks show. And then finally, on the Epcot front, maybe because we're not so religious, this isn't high on my list, but there is the traditional offering called the Candlelight Processional. If you're not familiar, here's a description. It says that you can hear the stirring story of Christmas as told by a celebrity narrator and accompanied by a 50-piece orchestra and a massed choir. This dazzling presentation returns on select nights, and these are weekends, November the 22nd through December 30th. So a lot of people make plans to go to the park to see this specifically, and a lot of people have favorite celebrities that return and perform this Candlelight Processional, but it's more or less just a telling of the biblical Christmas story. But the live music and chorus really puts it over the top, and it's a very epic production, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a break here from the monotony, Jess, and we're going to go ahead and play a game.
Yay!
Are you ready to play?
I'm so ready.
This game, like others we've played for Epcot festivals, is a holiday version of one of these things is not like the other.
Okay.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong. Can you tell which thing is not like the other by the time I finish this song?
And this is for Candlelight Processional narrators. So this is going to educate some folks on who is going to be performing the Candlelight Processional during certain parts of the year.
And this has been
holiday, of course.
These people might have already done it in the past?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So, Jess, it's going to be your job to determine who the Candlelight Processional narrator is in the bunch of people I mentioned. So I have 4 bunches.
Okay.
And you need to tell me which one is the Candlelight Processional narrator.
Oh,
The other 2, of course, are not.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right? Mm-hmm. So here is your first bunch.
First bunch.
It is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air bunch, as I call it.
Okay.
Here are your candidates for a Candlelight Processional narrator. You have Tatiana Ali, who played Ashley, and disclaimer, I have seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Fresh Prince.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know who Ashley is, but I know who these other 2 guys are.
Okay.
You have Alfonso Ribeiro, who played Carlton on The Fresh Prince.
But it's fun.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me. And then DJ Jazzy Jeff, who played Jeff on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So who is the Candlelight Processional narrator in this bunch?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
That's correct.
Obviously.
Carlton will be performing the Candlelight Processional on November the 26th and the 27th.
Perfect. Wait, what?
Yes.
While we're there?
That's right.
We're going to have to stand back and watch.
So maybe we'll run into Carlton at Epcot. And he is new for this year.
That's exciting.
He is a new narrator for Candlelight Processional.
All right.
Are you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here is the game show bunch.
Okay.
All 3 of these gentlemen are game show hosts. One of them is presenting the Candlelight Processional at Epcot. You have Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune. Mm-hmm. You have Alex Trebek from Jeopardy! And my favorite, Steve Harvey from The Family Feud.
Okay, well, Steve Harvey, I feel like he's been at Disney. Like, he's been there when we've been there.
Yes,
so that was in the back of my mind. Alex Trebek, I feel like he's way too good to do this. Like, he would hair flip at this. And then I'm going to go with Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak is correct.
Perfect.
So Pat Sajak has the dates December the 18th through the 20th.
All right.
And he has done it before. He's a returning narrator.
Yes, okay.
Next is the baseball bunch. I went a little wild with this one.
You did.
Maybe there's some process of elimination you can do here.
I think we're okay.
All right, number 1 on our baseball bunch, Sammy Sosa. Number 2, Mark McGuire. And 3rd, Cal Ripken Jr.
Well, I appreciate the rivalry you put on here. That's well done. I'm just going to go with Cal Ripken Jr.
That's right.
Okay.
Cal Ripken will be presenting the Candlelight Processional on December the 28th through the 30th, and he is a returning host.
All right. Baseball host.
Good old Cal Ripken. And finally, this is our Disney Princess bunch.
Okay.
All right. So you have, and I'm sorry if I say this incorrectly, I'm going to say Aolahi Cravalho, who was the voice of Moana.
Okay.
You have Paige O'Hara, the voice of Belle, and you have Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
Jodie Benson, because she will literally do anything at Disney World.
Well, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't either, but it's my answer.
Well, this is a trick question.
Wait, because Paige O'Hara is also one? No.
I'm going to let you think about this.
I'm going to go with Jodie Benson.
It's a trick question because 2 of the 3 are performing, and it is not Paige O'Hara. It is Aolahi Cravalho.
Wait, is she going to be there?
She is.
When?
She is going to be performing the Candlelight Processional from December the 21st to the 23rd.
Aww.
She is a new presenter, much like Carlton.
I would see her. I like
Cool.
her. Okay.
And Jodie Benson, who does it every year, is coming back, and she has the post-Christmas spot of December the 26th and the 27th.
Okay. Who's got Christmas, I wonder? I'm interested.
I don't think they perform it on Christmas, do they?
I don't know. I bet they do.
Well, while Jess is looking that up, the Candlelight Processional, select nights, mostly weekends, on November the 22nd through December 30th as part of the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays.
Oh my gosh,
So check it out.
Carrie Sinise is going to be here.
Lieutenant Dan, I got you some ice cream. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Well, let's then move on to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Okay,
What do
yay.
you say?
Yes.
My selection for runner-up in the holiday fun category of
What a category.
Walt Disney Parks. Okay. You have the Flurry of Fun, which happens at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is the 2nd year for that Flurry of Fun. And think of this as your retro Christmas park. All of the decorations are very like Norman Rockwell, I'd say, like mid-century,
oh yeah,
that
for
kind
sure.
of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing throughout the park all of your classic Christmas songs, your Nat King Coles, you know, Jingle Bell Rocks.
I think it fits really well. in that park.
Yeah. No,
I really enjoyed it last year.
I think I'll use we, but I as well thought it was probably the best themed Christmas park.
I agree.
So this year, they are going to be offering very similar things as they did last year, maybe with some enhancements. So once again, you're going to be able to take advantage of Sunset Season's Greetings.
Yay.
It is enhanced for 2018. They added some more lasers.
Lasers.
It is a Tower of Terror projection show on Sunset Boulevard where they put up a bunch of holiday vignettes on the Tower of Terror and some videos to go along with it, as well as some snow on Sunset Boulevard. That's a nice touch.
It's very cute. And you don't need to spend hours there. Just every couple minutes it changes. And
right, yeah.
cute.
It's the vignettes are like 2 to 3 minutes long at the most. And it cycles constantly through the night. So you can walk down Sunset Boulevard, experience it all passively, even without kind of watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
really neat.
it's a real easy thing to experience. There's never really a lot of people standing in one place jamming up Sunset Boulevard. So it's a real easy experience to take advantage of. All right, this year we're going to be making it a point to see the Hollywood Studios Holiday Fireworks show. It's called the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
Bam.
Here's a description from Disney.
Okay.
Great garland. Christmas Day is almost here.
Hello.
But the jolly old Saint Nick is nowhere to be found. Luckily, Wayne and Lanny are on the job. If you didn't know, they're from the holiday special called Prep and Landing. And they won't rest until the big guy's back at the North Pole. Consider this a cranberry red situation, classified Kringle Level 9. I don't know who writes this stuff.
I don't either.
Come along for holiday hijinks as the top-notch team encounters moments of seasonal cheer and togetherness. Their snowy search culminates with an epic showdown in Halloween Town as Wayne and Lanny are forced to rescue Santa Claus and save Christmas. So I'm guessing they save it from Oogie Boogie. And I'm assuming there's some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff
We
in
should
there.
probably see Prep and Landing before we see this.
I think I have before.
We've seen the second one.
Okay.
Which is the one.
Is that the one where one of them doesn't want to be an elf anymore or seems very discouraged about his job?
No, it's the one where they have to find the duck for Santa Claus because Mrs. Claus wants it.
Yes, it was on the Pixar short films
thank
reel.
you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was the second one because it kind of picked up like randomly, and I'm like, should I have known about something before?
So there's
this?
some there's some
history.
Yeah. There's some canon we have to dig into
there's
for
some
Prep and Landing.
There's some elf canon, yeah.
Okay. I will check that out before Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. If you didn't know, there is a companion dessert party for this, and I think it replaces the Star Wars Galactic Spectacular Fireworks Dessert Party, where it's more holiday themed. Assuming it's in the same place, it's in Launch Bay.
That makes sense. Actually, I think this one's usually outside if possible, and then if it's like raining, they move it inside.
Okay, fair enough. All right, aside from Sunset Season's Greetings and Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, you have the Santa Claus or Santa Goofy meet and greets, depending on the time in December you go to visit. And then this year, and this is new for 2018, and I will link this specifically in the show notes, there is, of course, the appearance of Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. They're going to do some extra special decorating for Toy Story Land.
That's exciting.
So, let me describe for you what they'll be doing. They're going to be special holiday outfits for Woody, Jessie, and Buzz in their meet and greets.
Yay.
So they'll be wearing their holiday finest. In addition to the holiday character greetings, guests visiting Toy Story Land beginning on November the 8th. So this is similar to the other offerings. You can enjoy the land's new holiday decor, including oversized cranberry and popcorn garland. And if you haven't been to Toy Story Land, they already have Christmas lights strung up as really the lighting at night for the park. So that's already in theme. You'll get to see a holiday card selfie with the Toy Story pals, an oversized ham sugar cookie, green alien ornaments, and more. And surprisingly here, they're going to be altering the attractions for the holidays. The land's attractions will be plussed up for the season with new holiday audio or music. Guests will hear sleigh bells on Slinky Dog Dash. Probably some other audio cues from Slinky as well.
I'm sure.
And then Alien Swirling Saucers will offer 2 new holiday tracks plus themed lighting. So that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have to check out Toy Story Land for the holidays.
I agree.
And that just brings us, by process of elimination, to the most magical place on Earth, the Magic Kingdom.
Yay.
And of course, the big holiday offering there is going to be Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Mickey's Very Expensive Christmas Party.
Yeah. We will be attending.
Yes.
and we're going to be going with our friends as well. So it'll be great to see them see this party and that type of event for the first time. So it'll be cool to have their reaction to compare ours to. All right, so I'm going to include some very specific articles about the offerings of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We're not going to be talking about strategy and touring plans for the party here. We're just going to kind of be outlining things that you can experience at the party. All right, so this first one is something that you can experience at any day at Magic Kingdom during the holidays, and it's something called a Frozen Holiday Wish. So if you weren't aware, there is a special lighting package for Cinderella Castle during the holidays where they string it up with icicle lights, and they make it look like it's covered in ice and it's frozen, pun intended, I suppose. So they do a little bit of a stage show where Queen Elsa lights the castle, and that's pretty cool, and that's a Frozen Holiday Wish. So Anna and Elsa lead a celebration for their friends on the castle forecourt stage that culminates in Queen Elsa using her incredible powers to transform Cinderella Castle into a shimmering ice palace for the holidays. And the strange thing about it is that Elsa doesn't really get permission from anybody to freeze Cinderella's castle. She just kind of does it willy-nilly.
People really seem to be receptive to it.
Yeah. And this happens prior to the party start time. So even if you are at the Magic Kingdom and don't have a party ticket, you can still check this out.
And I think that's actually what we did last year because we knew we wanted to maximize our time during the party.
Yeah.
So we caught the 6:15, 6:30 showing of it, and we got to go on with our night.
You know what I didn't think of? They did change the park closing time for non-party guests to 6 o'clock from 7.
You're right.
So maybe they'll adjust the times of this show as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how dark it gets, but we'll see. Good point.
All right, moving on, you have the stage show, the other stage show, I should say. It's called Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration. In this show, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Pluto, as well as many others, drop by Mickey's holiday party dressed in their Christmas best, ready to ring in the season with holiday cheer, carols, old and new.
Is this the one where people are like,
This is the one where Clarabelle Cow does the All I Want for Christmas Is You number.
Okay, well, that one's okay. But is this the one where, like, Daisy is texting?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a whole song about how they need to text their, like, family for the holidays.
Okay, all right.
It's very millennial specific, the show.
I feel like this is when I'm like, I'm okay if we don't catch it, but
if you're a big Clarabelle Cow fan,
yes,
it's worth seeing. And also, there are appearances by the Three Caballeros.
That's true.
They are rarer characters. You don't see them often, and several other rarer characters in that show. So I'd encourage you to see it if you're curious. Probably not worth seeing more than once or twice, but I think we'll check it out maybe because we kind of saw it in passing last time. I mean, the kids will probably want to see it, so
that's true.
We'll probably check it out. All right, you have probably the headliner here, your Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade. This enchanting holiday procession features marching toy soldiers, dancing gingerbread men, Santa Claus, and more. Video of that, of course, is available online. It changes a little each year, but you can probably bet that it's going to be very close to what was available last year. We enjoyed it. We saw it after a long day. I think we traveled that day, right?
Yeah, I think we saw it twice. Yeah, I think we caught both shows at the party, and it was a very long day.
Yeah, the parade, as we saw it last year at Mickey's Very Merry, was great. Brought the holiday feels.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like the Kringle cheer squad, but I thought they were okay. They totally beaned some guy in the head with a big bouncy ball when he wasn't looking, so that was fun.
I'm always afraid that if they throw it to me, I'm not going to catch it. I can't handle that anxiety. Like, don't throw it to me.
All right, a couple more things here. You have, of course, the Holiday Wishes fireworks. So very similar to the Halloween version of Wishes, you have a Christmas version that features narration, this time by Jiminy Cricket, and holiday music throughout. A lot of people really like this show. You have the special character meet and greets, and of course we're waiting on confirmation, I think, for a lot of these, but traditionally you have your Sandy Claus, so Jack Skellington, the Nightmare Before Christmas character in his Christmas best. You have the Seven Dwarves meeting, typically. And I don't know if they're going to change up some of the others, but I know last year Scrooge McDuck was a bigger deal, but he's readily available now in Dinoland at Donald's Dino Bash. So I don't know if they're going to do something else.
Okay.
But, I mean, they bring out a lot of rarer characters from those Moonlight Magic events, so maybe they'll cycle in a couple of other rarer characters.
Maybe.
They'll probably have Moana again. Was she at Christmas last year?
She was, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
She's always a big draw for the Florida parks because she's not available at other times of the year. You have at the Christmas party your cookie and treat stations, so you're given plenty of sweets to eat, which is always appreciated. There are always some party exclusive treats, which are available for purchase, that we're still waiting on details for, because this is, again, right around Halloween, so they haven't confirmed that information yet. I'm not sure if the Jingle Cruise is still happening this year.
I would hope so.
But that is a possibility. So they do a little bit of a holiday overlay on the Jungle Cruise. And then, selfishly, I put here that there is a Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom card that is available specially for the party, which I will be getting.
Yay.
Hey guys, one more interruption. 2 items specific to the Magic Kingdom we wanted to call out that, again, broke after our episode did record. The first, they did release, and when I say they, it's Disney, they released details on the holiday Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom card. This year it will feature the birds from the Enchanted Tiki Room. And then secondly, there is a special offering that will debut this year. It is something called Tony's Most Merriest Town Square Party. It is a 3-hour reception, maybe I'd call it, at Tony's Town Square restaurant at the Magic Kingdom that will offer hors d'oeuvres and a reception-style atmosphere for about 3 hours. It is to coincide with the second Once Upon a Christmas Time parade. It looks like this event will start at 9:30 p.m., and interestingly, like I had said, it will last 3 hours, so it will allow you to stay in the park till 12:30. So not only do you get the reserved parade viewing from Tony's Town Square, as well as the hors d'oeuvres and the food offered at this party, you also get the benefit of staying in the park a little bit after the party does end, so you can avoid some of the traffic and snarl that is involved with everyone leaving the Magic Kingdom at once, which is a good benefit as well. So pricing for adults is $99 per person. We're going to leave information in our show notes so you guys can read up on that. But again, this is a new offering, so hopefully we'll have some reporting on it soon to share with you and let you know if there is some value for Tony's Most Merriest Town Square Party. A couple of park notes here, and then we have a closing question.
Okay.
All right. Park notes. The Liberty Square Riverboats is still expected to be down through December, so they extended that refurbishment, so we will not be able to ride the Liberty Square Riverboat.
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer Island is also closed. I guess no big loss there because we still have not made it over to Tom Sawyer Island. But if you weren't aware, that refurbishment extends from October the 14th through December the 21st.
Okay.
And then this one, we're not going to be impacted by, but if you are going in December, it is something that you're going to want to certainly know about. The Walt Disney World Railroad is going down for an extended refurbishment starting in early December. So we're just going to miss this. So I think I'm going to make it a point here to ride the railroad at least once
I agree.
at Magic Kingdom so we can experience it before it changes probably forever because of the Tron ride. I mean, they're going to have to reroute it or build a tunnel or something for the railroad, and there is no word on how long that will last, but the train itself will be parked at the Main Street station.
And it'll be used for like photo ops, and you can talk to the conductor
Yes.
and like find out a little bit more of the history, and it'll be almost like an interactive exhibit, I
Yes.
think, while it's down. So that'll be interesting.
Well put. I think that's right. Okay. So we are at the end of our episode here, but before we leave you, I wanted to take us one more place, Jess.
Okay.
I'm going to take us to Hyperspace.
Oh boy. Again.
Don't believe the hype? You should. It's time for Hyperspace.
All right, so for Jess's favorite segment, Hyperspace, we're going to be talking about, personally, which Disney holiday special, song, event, holiday-related item we most closely associate with or appreciate.
Okay.
So if you'd like, Jess, I can lead off.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, and then you can share with
Sure.
everyone what you think your response would be. Okay, so let me talk about, just for a moment, the Muppet Family Christmas. So this is my favorite Disney holiday show, next to the Star Wars Holiday Special, which I already talked about,
Yes.
which is its own thing.
Yes.
And it's good for all the bad reasons, but this one is just good for all the holiday nostalgic feel. So if you haven't seen it already, it's different from A Muppet Christmas Carol, which is also very good.
Okay.
But A Muppet Family Christmas was a TV special that featured also the Fraggles. So they were in there, and just all the Jim Henson properties. It had an awesome song in it called "We Need a Little Christmas," which is one of my favorite Christmas songs as well. That's really it. I mean, I think the Muppet Family Christmas is my favorite piece of Disney Christmas content, and I think you all should go check it out.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Okay, we'll have to find it this year. So I thought about this one for a little bit, this question, and I don't know if I've ever really thought about Disney specific things at Christmas time, at least up until now. And we started watching with our kids maybe in the last couple years around Christmas time, or on Christmas, the Muppets Christmas Carol, and I finally have actually gotten into that. That was probably the first time I watched it, was with our kids. Isn't that wild? And I was like, I really love this. So I like watching that with our kids, but I don't really have anything else. I'm one of the folks that really enjoyed the Olaf's
I was going to say
Frozen special. I didn't hate it.
I was going to ask you what you thought about that. I liked it too. I thought it was good.
I didn't hate it. I liked it a lot, and the songs are really catchy. And
one of those songs is used in the Sunset Seasons Greetings show.
Yeah, so I think that's cute. And yeah, I mean, now that we are huge Disney fans, I'm probably going to notice more Christmas related things that I'm kind of like longing for year round. But I mean, we're creating memories with our kids at the Disney parks and we'll, experiencing Disney content. So we'll get those attachments with them in mind. We sure will.
All right. What else here? Before we go, I neglected one other question I wanted to ask you, Jess. Of the offerings we described for the parks, which do you think you're looking forward to the most?
Ooh, me. I'm gonna pretend the Christmas party's already like an obvious, right? Out of the rest, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what's up with Hollywood Studios, and maybe just bringing the kids there, because we really enjoyed it last year. And I'd like to see their reactions to the Sunset Seasons Greetings show. And maybe we do get some hot chocolate this year, and I can get the hot chocolate flight that maybe has alcohol in it this year. And just kind of like enjoying it and taking our time looking around the park and seeing Toy Story Land. That's new, and Jingle Bell Jingle Bam's new. So I'm excited about that. Yeah,
I think I'm with you on Hollywood Studios. I think the thing I'm looking forward to most is Toy Story Land at night at Hollywood Studios, because when we visited in August, we only experienced it during the day. So we haven't even seen it at night in its full glory. So having all of the holiday accoutrement with it, I think will enhance the experience even more. So I think I'm looking forward to Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. Yay. All right, Jess.
Dave.
Anything before we go?
I'm very excited for this trip. I think we have a good plan of attack. Should we call it attack?
Sure.
I'm excited. How about you?
I'm excited as well. I didn't put this in the rundown, but I do want to let everyone know that this will be the only full episode this month in November, because we are traveling and because of some scheduling issues. And I think next month we'll just be doing our trip report as a single episode. So I'll try to fill in with some minis if I can, with updates on listener feedback and all that stuff. But apologies to those expecting more content.
And if you really miss us, just shoot us an email or leave us a review, and maybe it'll make more hours in the day somehow, and we'll figure it out.
Hey, I'm not sure that's how it works, but we'll see. All right. Speaking of feedback, you can find us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @Dizzoriented. We have a website. It is Dizzoriented.com, where you can find articles, episode recaps, our contact information, most importantly, and all that other stuff. Send us an email. Call us on our Google Voice hotline. If you want to sing us a Christmas carol, I will gladly put that on a mini episode and give you full credit, and we can all hear your wonderful singing voice. I think that is it for tonight. Jess, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening, and we will talk to y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Thanks for listening to Dizzoriented. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, rate, and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, or your podcast service of choice. For more content, including podcast recaps, blog posts, and our contact information, please check out our website, Dizzoriented.com. Thanks again for listening, and see you real soon.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan's going to be there on December 15th through the
Will he
17th.
be serving ice cream?
Don't. Oh, gosh, I love Gary Sinise.